Interesting male body language signs he secretly likes you. Are you unclear if a man likes you? Forget about the words and focus on his body language, which never lies. However, it may be simpler than you think. Men are pre-programmed to send out bodily signs when they're interested in a woman, which is surprising. It's difficult to discern a man's feelings from his words. Men aren't as naturally outspoken and vocal as most women. When a guy likes you, he won't always come out and tell you. Perhaps he's shy, insecure, or terrified of rejection, and so on. While he may be likely to withdraw from uttering the words, he will not be able to control his body language, as many of the body language indicators that indicate he likes you are unconscious. Some reflexes and reactions are beyond our control, no matter how hard we try. Body language is the most accurate way to determine how someone feels about you. Keep watching to find out interesting body language signs that he secretly likes you. 1. He'll imitate your body language. Mirroring is a technique for mimicking someone else's body language. When people find the other person intriguing, desire to create rapport with them, or are drawn to them, they mirror. Mirroring can be found in the following ways: the arms, to be precise. Does he cross his arms if you cross yours? Does his body language change if you put one hand on your hip? Leaning, are you both leaning against the wall or leaning against each other? Legs, to be precise, keep an eye on his leg motions. Are your legs crossing if you're seated on a sofa together? Are they both open? Mirroring is no longer required to be perfect. We may even become aware of it if it is too near to our own movements. Subtle mirroring displays are often unconscious, yet they can reveal a man's desire. 2. He'll twist his body in your direction. During the conversation, men who are interested in you will most likely face you directly. He may turn his entire torso to face you, even if you're in a group. Keep an eye on him to determine if he's attempting to shut you off and isolate you. He might even stand apart from his friends so he can be in the spotlight, or he might arrange himself in a way that makes it difficult for others to participate in a conversation. This is an excellent sign. It indicates that he is more receptive to you than others. 3. His lips will part slightly open. He's calling attention to them with his slightly wide lips. When you first make eye contact, you might notice his lips parting. You just stole my breath away from me. This is a nonverbal expression of this. Men may even separate their lips prior to kissing. 4. He discovers new ways to touch you. When a guy likes you, you're like a magnet, and he can't help but be drawn to you. He might place his hand on your shoulder, the small of your back, brush your face, or touch your knee, for example. Most of the time, he isn't even aware of it. He can't help himself. He might find innocent methods to touch you that aren't as obvious as soft caresses, such as a thumb wrestling bout, a lingering high five, or any other activity that involves a little touching. His touches can also be a technique for him to test the waters and see how you react, which can indicate whether or not you're interested. 5. His pupils will dilate. Take a good look at his pupils. Do they appear to be dilated? Pupil dilation is a highly enticing signal. The more interest, the larger the pupil size. But what happens if they constrict? That's most likely not a positive sign. When we're not attracted to anything, our pupils contract. Unattracted people's eyes dilate or constrict in the same way that they would when viewing nice or unpleasant meals, political figures, war images, or listening to music. Even if they're sleepy, someone who is attracted to you may immediately perk up their eyes. This is in contrast to the natural eye bagginess that occurs when we stare at a computer screen or daydream about going to the beach. 6. He locks his gaze on your face. Staring into someone's eyes for an extended period of time can be unnerving and unsettling. Instead, a guy who is interested in you will scan your entire face. He might make a circle around your face, starring at your lips, cheeks, forehead, and eyes, then circle back around. He might also focus his attention on your lips. 7. He does an eyebrow flash. What's the deal with the brow flash? If you appreciate something or someone, your brows will most likely lift reflexively. This is known as the brow flash. When a man is intrigued, he does this subconsciously. It happens swiftly, in a fraction of a second. You'll miss it if you blink. 8. He leans in for a closer look. You lean in when you're interested in what someone is saying. It's something we all do without thinking, even though he can perfectly hear what you're saying. A man who is interested in you will lean in. Intimacy is created by closing the gap between you. The majority of people guard their personal space. This border shifts when they fall in love with someone and want them to come in. Leaning in demonstrates interest, whereas leaning away demonstrates disinterest. 9. He is going to flex his muscles. The quantity of muscle our bodies hold is one of the most significant physical differences between men and women. When men show interest, they may exhibit behaviors that indicate high muscle tone. Straightening the back or keeping shoulders rolled back and wide to highlight a V-shaped body and pulling in the belly to hide unsightly fat. Please keep in mind that these movements will be slight. Unless he is a bodybuilder, you won't see him flexing like one. 10. His feet are angled towards you. When you like someone, your entire body, including your feet, shows it. When you are into someone, you naturally incline your feet. He'll point his feet squarely at you to demonstrate interest and attraction if he likes you. 11. He preens himself. You've seen him with his friends, and now you've seen him when he has the opportunity to be with you. He wears nicer clothes and has a pleasant odor. This demonstrates that he is concerned about what you think of him. While you're nearby, he might also preen himself. In your company, he might fidget with his hair, touch his tie, adjust his shirt, or pop a breath mint. 12. His eyes will dip. Keep a watch on his eye movements. Do they take you all in by sinking their eyes? When a man is truly interested in you, he will make a lot of eye contact with the occasional dip. When the eye moves in a triangle shape, usually from one eye to the other, but they can also dive down below the neck area. This is known as an eye dip. When males are attracted to someone, studies reveal that they will frequently shift their look from the face to the breasts and belly. So if you see him glancing at the ground, it's possible that he's trying to get a fast glimpse at your body. 13. He fidgets a lot. When talking with the girl they like, guys often forget what to do with their hands. He might stroke his hair, then smooth his shirt before stuffing it into his pockets, and he would repeat the process immediately after. He may also shift in his chair, as if attempting to relax. Fidgeting is simply his technique of releasing the nervous energy he senses in your presence. 14. He blushes a little. His cheeks flush and he prevents his gaze. The blush is arguably the most obvious sign that he's interested in you. It's also his most difficult body language indicator to conceal. When you taunt him, look at him, or simply make eye contact with him, he may flush. If he cares about you, it will show on his pink face. 15. Turning off all gadgets. When you're seeking signals that a guy likes you, this is a significant step in the right way. When he makes a conscious effort to put his phone away when you're there, that means you have his full focus. Talk about a sure indicator he likes you for who you are. 16. Daddy bear comes out. When a man likes a woman, it's normal for him to want to protect her. This means he'll lead the way when you're strolling through a packed room. And when you go on a walk down the street, he'll make sure to walk on the side that's closest to the traffic. He's into you if the person you're with is being protective of you in any way. 17. He holds the hug for a long time. Hugs can be perplexing when platonic individuals hug, but we advise that you focus on the embrace. If he provides firm hugs that stay longer than the standard 2 seconds, he is attempting to be more meaningful and intimate. Well, that's all for today. Meanwhile, if you are serious about making your man fall in love with you, check the video description to learn how to make any man fall in love with you using male psychology. If you think this video is interesting, take a minute to hit like, share, and also subscribe to the channel if you don't want to miss our next social psychology video. Thanks for watching.